Hello, everyone, and welcome to HackerTV, our in house podcast for Rajasthan's biggest hackathon, AceHack. And this year, we are bringing the fourth edition of AceHack, that is AceHack 4.0. And हमने already hackathon launch कर दिया है and theme भी announce कर दिया है जो कि है cyberpunk. So please go ahead and check that out. And we have also opened our registrations for AceHack 4.0, and I want to tell you that registrations 5th February तक open है. So please go grab this opportunity and go out and register. And if you have any queries regarding registration or anything related to ASAC 4.0, just join our Discord server and raise a ticket. Hamari team will get back to you immediately and solve your problem as soon as possible. And don't forget to follow us on social media so you don't miss out on anything for this amazing 24-hour hackathon experience where you'll not only code and build but also innovate, elevate, and transform your levels to the next year. I am your host Biraj, and this is the 12th episode of Hacker TV. Our guest today is the Community Growth Manager in India at TON Society and is also a tech enthusiast, Mr. Shyaamal Tripathi. Hello, sir.
Hey
Welcome to
Biraj,
Hacker TV.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Biraj. Thank you so much, Team Ace Hacks. And hey everyone, nice to see you. And I'm really excited for what follows in this podcast. And let's
Uh-huh.
go.
So to kick things off, can you just say something about yourself just to get our audience familiarized?
Sure, I will. So, hey folks, I'm Shamal and I am currently working as a community growth manager for the India region at Ton Society. And my past experience includes like I graduated from Shahi Sukhdev College of Business Studies in a degree in computer science, organized Hack CBS, which was Asia Pacific's first MLH member hackathon. And yeah, I've been involved in a lot of hackathons, meetups, organizing various community events, have been part of various ambassador programs like Z Evangelist Program, Push Protocols Ambassador Program, Huddle One Advocates Program, and Spheron Ambassadors Program. So, and yeah, so that was pretty much everything about me. So let's go.
या तो हम लोग आज यहाँ पे बहुत सारी बातें करने वाले हैं रिगार्डिंग हैकाथॉन्स एंड
Mhm.
वेब थ्री एंड हाउ वेब थ्री कैन बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड इन हैकाथॉन्स
Yeah.
राइट तो माय फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन टू यू इज व्हाट्स द वन थिंग अबाउट वेब थ्री जो कि बहुत लोगों को अभी तक समझ में नहीं आता है ऐसी कौन से कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं वेब थ्री में व्हिच पीपल आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ येट और डोंट अंडरस्टैंड येट
Okay. So मैं यहाँ पे concepts की बात नहीं करूँगा. Like I will talk in general about Web3. So the thing is, the number one thing that people fail to understand about Web3 and basically don't know about Web3 is that Web3 is in a very early stage as of now
राइट
in terms of adoption if you talk
हाँ
about.
बिल्कुल
Because अगर आप total number of internet users को देखोगे और total number of Web3 users को देखोगे, that
हाँ
number is very small as compared to the total number of internet users. So what
राइट
people fail to understand is that there are a lot of new narratives to be introduced in Web3, lot of new
हाँ
products to be built in Web3, and hell lot of mass adoption to be done. So yeah, that's the one thing that people fail to understand, that we are still in a very early phase and lots of things are waiting for us and lots of things are to be done. So yeah.
इवन मैं भी बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ कि वेब थ्री फ्यूचर में क्या क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज लेके आएगा
Yeah.
मार्केट में वो देखने के लिए तो आई एम श्योर इट्स गुड इनफ तो
Yeah.
वेब थ्री में एक और कॉन्सेप्ट जो आजकल बहुत ही एक्सप्लोर किया जा रहा है दैट इज डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन
Yeah.
तो और बहुत लोग ये भी बोल रहे हैं कि डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन इज द फ्यूचर तो मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा कि अगर डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन फ्यूचर है तो व्हाट इज द बिगेस्ट रोड ब्लॉक दैट इज होल्डिंग इट बैक टिल नाउ
Okay, so roadblocks ke terms mein, I would say there are two things that are the major roadblocks as of now in terms of decentralization and in terms of general mass adoption in Web3. First
राइट
is scalability,
राइट
and second thing is user experience. So these are the two things that hinders the adoption right now and are the major roadblocks. So I'll give you an example.
राइट
If you talk about recently Instagram launched Threads, right?
या
Okay.
या
So the thing is, they had a scalable network. Instagram के users थे, सब कुछ थे, but ultimately, who is using Threads right now, right? Because the thing is that product, like something of like that of that product already existed. That's
Right.
Twitter, that's
Yeah.
X, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, these two things, scalability and user experience, these two things go hand in hand and cannot be compromised with anyone. So if you
Hmm.
have a scalability, if your product, if your app or anything has, if your like technology in general is scalable but doesn't have a nice user experience or a way to
Hmm.
interact with users, that scalability is bound to fail.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
on the exactly, and on the other hand, if you have a very nice user experience, everything is all good, but you don't have a scalable network, you don't have users, then what's the use of having that UX? So
Right.
major things, that major roadblock basically, which hinders the web mass adoption and decentralization, basically are two things again: scalability and user experience, and a lot of work is being done on that right now. For
Hmm.
example, I'll give you an example.
Hmm.
If you look at, so I'm working at Ton. So if you look
Huh.
at a concept of mini apps from Telegram.
Hmm.
So Telegram mini apps have, I won't lie, like I wouldn't be lying to say this, but Telegram mini apps have somewhere or the other have solved the initial user onboarding problem in Web3. So
Right. Yes.
so if you look at that concept, you have scalability, you have Telegram's 1
Hmm.
billion monthly active users with you, and the interface is simple. You just have
Yeah.
to go to Telegram, search for the mini app, and done. No installation, no sign up, no login, no OTP, and nothing. So that's the perfect example of how things should be, and I hope things will be like that in the coming future. So yeah,
Huh, definitely. If that is the case, then even I'm very excited to see where it goes.
yeah,
तो एंड आई थिंक ये जो स्केलेबिलिटी का बात आपने किया अभी, आई थिंक इवन हैकाथॉन में जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स आते हैं, दे शुड आल्सो कीप दिस पॉइंट इन माइंड दैट
yes.
देयर प्रोजेक्ट शुड बी स्केलेबल इनफ फॉर द मार्केट, यू
Hmm.
नो. तो आजकल बहुत सारे डेवलपर्स वेब 2 से वेब 3 में शिफ्ट कर रहे हैं,
Yeah.
बिकॉज अभी वेब 3 इज लाइक एट इट्स राइज, राइट? तो इसीलिए मोस्ट डेवलपर्स आर स्विचिंग फ्रॉम वेब 2 टू वेब 3, एंड ऐसा बहुत केसेस में मतलब देखने को मिलता है कि जंप करने के बाद ही दे फेस अ लॉट ऑफ ट्रबल वेब 3 हैंडल करने में. इट्स वेरी ओवरवेलमिंग फॉर देम. सो और लोगों को पता भी चल रहा है कि वेब 3 थोड़ा ओवरवेलमिंग हो जाता है. तो इस सिनेरियो में भी हाउ डू यू ब्रिंग डेवलपर्स फ्रॉम वेब 2 टू वेब 3 विदाउट ओवरवेलमिंग देम? मतलब आप कैसे इस चीज को टैकल करेंगे?
So I'll give this answer in the terms of developer relations perspective, from the perspective of developer relations. That's
राइट.
what we do. Like community management also falls under the big umbrella of developer relations. So if I look at that, if I answer that question from that perspective, the first thing is we have to be patient,
राइट.
not for the developers, but like if I want the web 2 devs to migrate onto my web 3 platform or adapt to my web 3 tech stack, first of all I have to be patient.
राइट.
Second thing is resources. If someone from a different background or different something is migrating to your platform, he or she should have adequate resources to refer to. That's the
हाँ.
first thing.
हाँ.
Second thing is you have to interact with the community of devs, like what are their problems, and you have to work on solving them.
राइट.
That, okay, basically improving the developer experience in
या.
general.
या.
Second thing again is educating them. और एजुकेटिंग के बहुत सारे तरीके हो जाते हैं. रिसोर्सेज तो एक हो ही गया, बाकी
हाँ.
बहुत सारी चीज़ें हो जाती हैं, लाइक ट्यूटोरियल्स ऑफ ब्लॉग वाले ट्यूटोरियल्स, वीडियो ट्यूटोरियल्स एंड सो ऑन. थर्ड थिंग इज gather them under one roof. That's
हम्म.
what hackathons do.
राइट.
Organize a hackathon, gather those devs under one roof,
हम्म.
introduce them to your tech stack, your technology, and ask them to build something in that time frame. That's the
राइट.
best thing you can do to onboard the Web2 devs to Web3 tech stack, basically.
राइट.
At last, I would just say that the focus should be on improving developer experience through all these activities rather than just conducting these activities for the namesake. The focus should be on improving the developer experience through all these. And I guess
बिल्कुल.
that's how we can onboard Web2 devs to Web3 without overwhelming them, basically. So, yeah.
Right. Even I think that's a very practical way to do that. Very practical way to handle the struggle that they go through.
Yeah.
एंड हाँ, तो आज हम लोग हैकाथॉन्स की भी बात करने वाले हैं। तो मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगा कि फ्रॉम योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ जजिंग इन हैकाथॉन्स, व्हाट वाज़ an unexpected project that won a hackathon that you have judged?
Okay. So not unexpected. Basically, I'll tell you an interesting story for this. So
Yeah,
I went to this hackathon, Hack the League,
right.
in May. So one of my friends, Jatin, who works at Supra Labs uh, as of now, is the main organizer. So I went to that hackathon in May this year, last year I mean,
Right.
and there I saw like सारे hacker मतलब ऑडियंस का एज ग्रुप तो पता ही रहता है, लाइक वही
हाँ,
फर्स्ट टू फोर्थ ईयर के बच्चे होते हैं मोस्टली
हाँ,
हैकाथॉन्स में. But the shocking thing was there was two kids of 8th standard present there building a full stack application, a full stack web application. And I was like, okay,
that's pretty amazing.
that's hell lot of amazing, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. And like everybody there, every mentor, every judge was seeing them, they were like, bro, इस time हम क्या कर रहे
right.
थे? So,
Exactly.
and and those kids, they didn't just come there for namesake. They came
Hmm.
there, they coded the entire application. Front end was done, back end was integrated well enough, and the idea was really amazing. I think I don't remember the exact idea, but as far as I know, it was something related to जैसे छोटे बच्चे होते हैं वो कहीं खेलते खेलते अगर खो जाते हैं या कुछ हो जाता है, तो
Hmm.
लाइक हाउ पेरेंट्स कैन फाइंड देम, तो उसका कुछ इंटरफेस उन लोगों ने क्रिएट किया था. And shockingly, like I would say shockingly, or not so much shocking, but those folks, those two kids won the hackathon with the first place.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the I guess till now that's the most amazing story or most unexpected project that won a hackathon. So yeah, that's that was it.
हाँ, दैट्स अमेजिंग। आई मीन काफी यूनिक आइडिया भी था उन लोगों का,
Yeah,
बट आई वुडंट हैव एक्सपेक्टेड देम टू विन एज वेल। तो
exactly,
दैट
exactly.
वाज प्रीटी अमेजिंग। तो नाउ इफ हैकाथॉन्स वेर अ जॉनर ऑफ आर्ट, तो हाउ वुड यू डिफाइन देयर मास्टरपीस?
Okay, so I wouldn't name any hackathon. Like there are many hackathons doing amazing work, like
Like I just
AceHacks.
want a genre.
Okay, so you want the type of hackathon
Yeah,
that can be justified as a masterpiece. Okay,
right.
a hackathon which can be justified as a masterpiece is should have two or three things basically. First is the hacker experience should be amazing. अब hacker experience में क्या क्या चीजें आ जाती हैं, like like food and all तो होते ही है.
हाँ।
बट जैसे एक चीज होती है जो मैंने काफी हैकाथॉन्स में देखी है कि लाइक वाईफाई,
हम्म।
दे मिस आउट ऑन दैट थिंग. ठीक है, तो ऐस तो और इन सब चीजों से थोड़ा बहुत हल्का फुल्का हैकर एक्सपीरियंस खराब होता है. तो आइडियल
हाँ,
हैकाथॉन, अ मास्टरपीस हैकाथॉन फॉर मी विल बी वेयर हैकर एक्सपीरियंस इज गुड, people don't face any problem in building their stuff,
हाँ,
like no problems related to food, no problems related to wi-fi, no problems related to arrangement. They can just focus on their idea and building some amazing stuff.
right.
Second thing is amazing mentorship. An ideal hackathon should have mentors from all the tech stacks, from all the technologies. Basically, for example, a mentor from AR, VR,
Hmm.
mentor from blockchain, a mentor for ML, and all the genre base, basically, and a lot of things. And most important thing, the judging of the hackathon should be fair.
हाँ,
That's the thing.
डेफिनेटली डेफिनेटली।
सो और भी काफी चीजें आ जाती है, लाइक एक आइडियल हैकाथन और द मास्टरपीस, लाइक हैकाथन की बात करी जाए उसमें काफी चीजें आ जाती हैं.
हम्म।
बट दीज 3-4 थिंग्स आर द मेन थिंग्स जिससे लाइक जो 500 600 लोगों को आपने बुलाया है अपनी हैकाथन में, who have traveled all the way from their homes, from their colleges to your venue to build something, उनका एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा होना चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाट आई विल कॉल अ मास्टरपीस इन द जॉनर्स ऑफ हैकाथॉन्स. सो या.
राइट। एंड आई एक्चुअली एग्री विथ यू। आई थिंक हैकर एक्सपीरियंस एकदम टॉप नॉच होना चाहिए। और एंड हम भी वही ट्राई करते हैं जब हम लोग एसैक के प्रिपरेशंस कर रहे होते हैं, कि वी जस्ट वांट टू गिव द पार्टिसिपेंट्स द बेस्ट टाइम एट अ हैकाथॉन। तो वी ट्राई आवर बेस्ट, एंड हमको फीडबैक भी लास्ट टाइम बहुत अच्छा मिला था। तो आई
या.
होप इस टाइम भी उससे भी बेटर हो इस टाइम। लेट्स सी।
Correct.
तो आई एम श्योर ओवर द इयर्स आपने काफी सारे हैकाथॉन पिचेस सुने हैं, आपको पिच किया होगा। तो व्हाट्स वन हैकाथॉन पिच दैट कंप्लीटली ब्लू योर माइंड?
Okay, that pitch was from AceHacks only, last year actually, 2023. Yeah. So that was my first time as a mentor and judge at AceHacks.
Right.
So I was there, and so there was a team of 4 people, and the pitch was really amazing. Like most of the time, क्या होता है कि like people build a great project, कोड काफी सारा लिख लिया, फीचर्स काफी सारे इंप्लीमेंट कर लिए, बट द थिंग इज कि एवरीथिंग डिपेंड्स ऑन योर पिच। तुम्हारी अगर पिच अच्छी नहीं होगी तो लाइक मार्क्स रिड्यूस होंगे उससे, राइट?
हाँ, बिल्कुल।
बट दोस फोक्स वर लाइक, उन्होंने, ये मुझे प्रोजेक्ट अच्छे से याद नहीं है, लाइक आई डोंट रिमेंबर द एग्जैक्ट आइडिया दे वर वर्किंग ऑन, बट द पिच आई स्टिल रिमेंबर दैट सिनेरियो। देयर वर 4 people, देयर वाज दिस one table, 2 laptops on this side, one laptop in the middle.
हम्म।
One laptop had the presentation running while the 2 laptops had the implementation of their apps, and 4 people standing on the 4 corners of the table. Like everything was set up before we came to judge,
नाइस।
like before we came to listen to their pitch. So I guess that was like हम जैसे पहुंचे तो like it was so good that we also commended them like, bro, what the hell, what is this? So it's so good. So yeah, I think that was the only pitch I have seen till now that was really impressive and really amazing. And I guess those folks won third place or second place in ASAX. I don't remember exact place, but yeah, they did great and they did win something at that time. So yeah, that was the incident.
वाओ! एक्चुअली मैं तो तब वहाँ पे आस-पास नहीं था, तो आई डोंट नो दैट सिनेरियो, बट आई एम श्योर इट मस्ट हैव बीन वंडरफुल। आई मीन अगर मैं भी कभी मेंटर बन के किसी हैकाथॉन में जाऊँ और मैं देखूँ कि ऐसा सेटअप है व्हाइल दे आर प्रेजेंटिंग देयर प्रोजेक्ट, तो मैं भी इम्प्रेस हो जाऊँगा डेफिनिटली। तो
Yeah,
yeah, I think this is also something that people should keep in their mind, like presentation is also important in a hackathon.
yeah.
Now, हैकाथॉन प्रोजेक्ट्स में काफ़ी टाइम ऐसा हो जाता है कि लोग अपना प्रोजेक्ट को इनोवेट करते-करते थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही कर देते हैं। यू नो दे ओवर इंजीनियर द प्रोजेक्ट एंड देन बहुत क्लमज़ी लगने लगता है, बहुत क्लटर्ड हो जाता है प्रोजेक्ट।
Yeah.
तो हाउ डू यू स्पॉट द फाइन लाइन बिटवीन इनोवेशन एंड ओवर इंजीनियरिंग ड्यूरिंग अ हैकाथॉन प्रोजेक्ट?
Okay, so the first thing is that if I am going in as a mentor,
हुँ,
so if I am hearing their, like if I'm mentoring them and I'm hearing all the features that they have listed that they're going to implement, the first thing that so the first thing I tell them that don't implement too many features. टेक इट स्लो, लाइक 8 फीचर्स लिख रखे हैं, इसमें से 3 अच्छे से इंप्लीमेंट कर दो इंस्टेड ऑफ
हाँ,
आठों के 8 कर दिए और उनमें से कोई भी अच्छे से नहीं चल रहा है।
राइट।
तो फाइन लाइन, हाउ डू आई स्पॉट फाइन लाइन इज दैट हाउ क्लियर आर यू ऑन व्हाट आर यू बिल्डिंग। अगर तुम्हारे पास एक आइडिया है, लाइक अगर मैं तुम्हें फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स टू टॉक अबाउट द जजिंग ओनली।
हुँ,
जजिंग में इफ आई केम टू जज यू, आई मैक्सिमम हर टीम के पास आई गेस 4 से 5 मिनट होते हैं, पिचिंग
हाँ,
के लिए तो आई गेस
हाँ,
3 मिनट ही होते हैं। एंड आई हाउ आई स्पॉट द डिफरेंस इज हाउ, मतलब तुम कितने रेडी हो उस टाइम तक, यू
हुँ,
हैव द टाइमलाइन, तुम्हें पता है कि 12 बजे जजिंग स्टार्ट होगी, तो यू हैव टू बी रेडी बाय योर, विद योर प्रेजेंटेशन, विद योर डेमो एंड एवरीथिंग। और उसमें भी देख के ही पता लग जाता है कि इफ समवन इज टेलिंग यू अ लिस्ट ऑफ फीचर्स दैट हमने ये भी करा है, ये भी करा है, ये भी करा है, ये हमने इम्प्लीमेंट करा है और 4 फीचर्स हम बाद में इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे उसकी चीज, और उसमें होगा क्या, ये चीजें। So the thing is, that's where I spot the difference between innovation and over engineering. That's over
राइट।
engineering. 4 फीचर्स आपने implement करें, अच्छे से काम भी नहीं कर रहे, और 4 फीचर्स आपको और implement करने हैं। GTM आपके पास नहीं है, प्रेजेंटेशन अच्छे से
हाँ,
रेडी नहीं है, and so on. Whereas a project जिसने idea clear है कि this is the idea we are working on, these are the 2 features which we could implement, काम कर रहे हैं अच्छे से A to Z, 0 to 1, and pitch and everything is all set and all good. So
हुँ,
that's how I spot the fine line. Like if you talk about me, like if I tell you about myself, so whenever I go to mentor a hackathon,
हुँ,
I always like every team whom I mentor, I just tell them this thing that भाई टाइम 24 घंटे का है। यूजर तो फीचर्स बहुत ज्यादा इंप्लीमेंट मत करना, उतने ही
हाँ,
इंप्लीमेंट करना जितने तुम जजिंग के टाइम पे अच्छे से शो कर सकते हो, एंड फोकस ऑन
राइट।
द पिच।
Right.
And some of them learn, some of them do it, and some of them don't. But yeah, that's how what I do, and that's how I spot the fine line between the innovation and the over engineering part.
हाँ राइट दैट्स अ कम्प्लीटली फेयर पॉइंट इवन मैंने भी जितने हैकाथॉन्स ऑर्गेनाइज मतलब जितने हैकाथॉन्स का ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टीम का पार्ट रह चुका हूँ मैं मैंने भी काफ़ी सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को देखा है कि प्रोजेक्ट अच्छा है लेकिन पिच अच्छा नहीं है इसलिए नहीं आगे बढ़ पाए और प्रोजेक्ट अच्छा नहीं है बट पिच बहुत अच्छी थी लेकिन फिर भी आगे निकल गए उनसे तो आई थिंक people should focus on this part of a hackathon. Now, AceHack 4.0 हमारा is a 24-hour hackathon and मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूँगा कि if you were coming as a participant in 4.0 तो and if you had 24 hours to build something very unique and quite revolutionary at this hackathon so what kind of problem would you tackle?
In simple words, I'll say I'll tackle the problem of Web3 mass adoption. So right
Right.
now, if I talk about Ton network,
Hmm.
so in Ton, like if you look at last year in January, yeah, last year around in no, last to last year actually, in November, there was a project called Notcoin that was launched
Right.
on Ton. So Notcoin had a very like brought a very unique narrative to the Web3 space, and it opened the doors to Web3 mass adoption. What it did was कि like आपके पास एक मिनी ऐप है टेलीग्राम
Hmm.
पे, यू जस्ट हैव टू टैप ऑन दैट, प्ले अ गेम, और आपको कॉइन्स एक्यूमुलेट करने हैं, और उन
अच्छा.
कॉइन्स के बेसिस पे आपको एयर ड्रॉप मिलेगा एट दैट टाइम.
Right.
तो हुआ क्या था कि लाइक थ्रू दिस इनिशिएटिव, थ्रू दिस
Hmm.
पर्सपेक्टिव, काफी वेब टू यूजर्स जिनको लाइक वेब थ्री का बेसिक टर्म्स भी नहीं पता है, व्हाट इज अ वॉलेट, what is staking, what is
Hmm.
crypto, everything. उनको नहीं पता है, but they just got onboarded to play a game, and that was a very nice approach. You onboarded the people for the game, and when the time came for the airdrop अगर लेना है, आपको tokens लेने हैं, तो आप लोग अपने wallet में ही लोगे.
हाँ.
अगर wallet में लेना है, तो you have to learn now what is wallet, what is crypto, and so on. So that project brought a very unique narrative on Ton and in Web3 space overall. That was
Hmm.
tap to earn, and onboard the users. And when
Right.
you have onboarded a successful number of users, pivot to something else. Like for example, you have some amount of users which you onboarded through a game, and then you pivot to something else, like you became a questing platform or a dex and so on, which already has the required number of users. So so again, I'll not build a tap to earn or something again which has already been built. But if I get a chance to build something in a hackathon at AceHack 4.0, I'll do something which brings a unique narrative to the Web3 space in terms of Web3 mass adoption, and solves the problem of mass adoption basically. So yeah, that's what I will do, and that's my inspiration, and that's what I'll do.
Right. That's very interesting, and I think our participants should listen to this advice of yours. So, you know, you're a part of a community, and I'm also a part of a community. And running a community and developing a community and making sure it thrives is a very difficult job in for
Mhm.
everyone in the community, not just the leading members. It's a job equally distributed between the members. So I want to know that what's your recipe for building a building a thriving developer community from scratch if you had to?
Building a thriving developer community includes catering to all the type of community members. If
Right.
your community caters to all those people, for example, you cater to devs, you cater to designers, you cater to non-tech people in general, or some other categories of folks. So that's like I guess the only unique recipe. If I
Right.
tell you on the surface level, like if you go in deep, तो बहुत सारी आ जाती हैं चीजें, but
Hmm.
that's what I'll say. Like cater to everyone. For example, अगर devs आपके पास devs भी हैं, designers भी हैं, non-tech
Hmm.
folks भी हैं, and so on. Design some incentive-based challenges, and some like you guys organize great hackathons, right? You can also organize some great challenges like dev-based challenges, blog writing challenges, design making challenges, meme competitions to like engage in general people. So the one thing that's required to build a great community is being active.
Right.
You folks are active enough that the people can say कि यार यहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ तो होता रहता है. Let's stay in this place. So for example, if I'm in a Telegram group or in a WhatsApp group where the organizers are very active, who like every week there's a discussion on some topic, there are various challenges being launched both for developers, non developers, for designers, for writers, and so on. I'll stay in that community because that community first of all that I'll have a lot of friends there,
Right.
क्योंकि मैं इंटरेक्ट इतने लोगों से कर रहा हूँ, इतना बड़ा नेटवर्क है मेरे पास, मुझे वहां से इंसेंटिव्स भी मिल रहे हैं अपने एफर्ट्स के. सो दैट्स आई गेस द ओवरऑल रेसिपी आई वुड से to
Right.
make first to make a thriving dev community from scratch.
हाँ, दैट्स अ वेरी यूजफुल एडवाइस. आई थिंक जितने लोग डेवलप एक कम्युनिटी के अंदर हैं, एवरीवन शुड कीप ऑल दीज पॉइंट्स इन माइंड टू मेक श्योर
Yeah,
दैट द community is functioning properly and delivering on all of its tasks. So
yeah.
I think that's great advice. And now ये जो कम्युनिटी है essentially about web 3, यहाँ पे I think what I felt is कि everyone has a different goal in this community. So in such an environment, how do you measure success in a community where everyone's goals are different?
सो अगेन एज आई टोल्ड यू दैट कोई भी एक कम्युनिटी होगी,
Hmm.
वहां पे मतलब ऐसी आई गेस कोई मतलब ऐसी कोई अगर शॉर्ट कम्युनिटी है जो आपने बनाई ही उस रिस्पेक्टिव से है कि फॉर एग्जांपल रिएक्ट डेवलपर्स की एक है कम्युनिटी, उनका एक ही
Right.
गोल, लाइक वहां भी अगर आप वहां पे भी देखोगे, छोटी कम्युनिटी हो या बड़ी हो कम्युनिटी, गोल्स हमेशा सबके अलग होते ही हैं.
हाँ.
nobody is there for just one specific goal. On a larger level एक ही goal होता है. For example,
Hmm.
if you have a community of hackathon organizers basically, तो larger level पे there is one goal: organize a successful hackathon.
हाँ.
But
Definitely.
on a personal level काफी individual goals भी होते हैं सबके.
हाँ.
So in that case, how do you measure a success? It's simple actually. कि if all your community members जिनके right direction में goals हैं, वो satisfy हो रहे हैं कि नहीं हो रहे हैं. Again the
Hmm.
same example which I gave in the previous question कि
Yeah.
devs भी हैं, नॉन devs भी हैं, bloggers भी हैं जो bloggers भी हैं, और आपके पास designers भी हैं. सबके अलग अलग गोल हैं, ठीक है. एंड नाउ इट्स योर जॉब टू सेटिस्फाई ऑल ऑफ देम, क्योंकि यू कैन नॉट केटर टू जस्ट स्मॉल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ दैट कम्युनिटी की नहीं मैं तो सिर्फ डेव्स पे फोकस करूंगा, नहीं मैं तो सिर्फ ब्लॉग राइटर्स पे करूंगा अपना फोकस. सो द थिंग इज हाउ डू यू मेजर द सक्सेस? अगेन द सेम थिंग दैट everybody's needs should be satisfied, everybody's goals, like whichever they are looking to fulfill from your community, should be satisfied. And yeah, that's all maybe from my side.
Yeah, that thank you for clearing it out because it was a question that I was thinking about for a while now. So it's great to get the answer of that. Now, I'm sure you've had a lot of experience, mentoring a hackathon, mentoring in multiple hackathons. So, what's been your, most proud moment as a mentor in Web3 or in a general hackathon space?
Okay, so I'll answer it in a very short way, in just one line. The proudest moment for any mentor in a hackathon is when the team which he or she mentored wins the hackathon. That's the
Right,
proudest moment, right?
right.
That आपकी सर आपने गाइड करा, सब कुछ चीजें बताई, and that's why we won the hackathon. And it happened with me one time in AceHack, I guess last year or last to last year, and one time in uh, one of the other hackathons, शायद Hackett Sapiens or some other hackathon, maybe I don't remember the name. So yeah, proud moment, I'll be short. The proudest moment for any mentor can be कि जिस टीम को आपने अच्छे से एक राउंड में दो राउंड में मेंटर कराओ, that teams ends up winning the hackathon, not just the first place, first second third भी नहीं, even if they win something, be a track prize or something, that's the proudest moment. Because होता है क्या है, when they win the hackathon, they come to you and they thank you. That's a really great moment for any mentor that
Right.
you did something like आप किसी के काम आ गए basically.
बिल्कुल,
That's
बिल्कुल.
the best thing. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's a very fair point, and I'm sure आगे भी आपको ऐसा experience और मिलेगा in multiple other hackathons. I
Yeah,
hope that happens because I'm
maybe.
sure you would feel anyone would feel very proud if that
Yeah.
happens. तो नाउ हम लोग भी एक हैकाथॉन जो कि बेसिकली एक इवेंट है ऑन अ बिग स्केल ऑर्गेनाइज करवा रहे हैं कि we want to give our hackers a very good time, one I mean their best hackathon experience. So organizing all of these events on a big scale is often overwhelming to even the organizers को भी कभी कभी लगता है कि यार ये काम मुझसे नहीं हो रहा, this is very too much for me,
Yeah.
बहुत प्रेशर महसूस होता है.
Yeah.
एंड काफी टाइम ऐसा भी होता है कि इवेंट तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ लेकिन हैकर्स डोंट रियली गेट दैट पर्सनल टच इन दैट हैकाथॉन. दे डोंट रियली फील एनीथिंग, ऐसा लग रहा है बहुत हॉलो है. तो how do you ensure that in community events like hackathons and stuff, these events feel personal to you, and even when they are extremely massive, how do you make sure that you connect with the event?
So I'll answer this question from a perspective of a hacker.
Right.
Like I am an attendee of the hackathon and I am here to build
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So how will it feel personal? Again, the same thing that one line which I answered in one of the questions, that hacker experience अच्छा होना चाहिए. ठीक है,
हाँ.
that's the main thing. अब उसको अच्छा किया कैसे जाएगा, उसको एज ए मतलब ऑन ए पर्सनल लेवल मुझे अच्छा कैसे लगेगा इज फॉर एग्जांपल दिस वन थिंग दैट आई हैव नोटिस्ड इन मोस्ट ऑफ द हैकाथॉन्स इज, सो फॉर एग्जांपल इफ अ हैकर कम्स टू एन ऑर्गेनाइजर विद अ कंप्लेन कि यार मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, ये चीज़ मुझे मिल नहीं रही, ये चीज़ का है. Most of the time I've seen, like not in every hackathon, but most of the time that organizers seem to ignore those complaints.
Right.
That कि ठीक है, होगा. So
हाँ.
that's the first thing you shouldn't do. So if I'm coming to someone, if I'm coming to an organizer with a problem, that should be solved.
Yeah.
And the faster it gets solved, the more personally I'll feel connected to the hackathons. Because what I have seen, like for example in Hack CBS, like I was a part of Hack CBS from, like I organized the edition last to last year. Yeah, last
Right.
to last year itself. And what I saw was that when you help someone out, when you help a hacker in need, basically hacker in need, so when you help them out, they are really grateful to you,
Yeah.
and they tend to, and after the event they post something really nice about you, that
Exactly.
I reached out to them and this problem was solved and so on. That's the one thing, that every problem should of a hacker should be solved, so that they can only focus on building their building and shipping some amazing stuff. Second thing is mentorship should be good. The
Yeah.
mentors who are coming to the hackathon, who are coming to guide the students, shouldn't be harsh.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen in most of the hackathons, but some, like one or two, sometimes mentors, uh, what they do is like they demotivate the hackers with the idea
Yeah.
कि यार ये तो कुछ है ही नहीं, इसका तो कुछ काम ही नहीं है. तो जो if the team of 4 people is working on some idea from morning, and हम शाम को आके उस पे ये बोल देते हो कि इस पे तो कुछ काम हो ही नहीं सकता, ये तो छोड़ दो, that's
Yeah.
not what you do
It's very
for the
demotivating.
mentors. Exactly.
Yeah.
What you can do is you can tell them some specifications in that idea itself. Don't change their idea entirely. Take that idea, uske perspectives nikalo, how it can be improved. That's what your job is as a mentor, basically.
Hmm.
Second thing is, of course, as I told you, the mentorship should be good. And third thing are the basic arrangements, like food वगैरह ठीक ठाक हो, जिससे कोई इशू ना हो सबको. And fourth thing, the most important thing, judging. Judges shouldn't be harsh, because for example होता क्या है, most of the time बहुत से बच्चों का प्रोजेक्ट उस टाइम तक कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाता है, एंड
हाँ.
दे आर वेरी नर्वस. लाइक
Hmm.
5 मिनट का टाइम है, दे आर ऑलरेडी नर्वस, एंड इफ द जज इज इन फ्रेंडली विद देम, ही इज देयर विद दैट हार्श एटीट्यूड कि यार जल्दी जल्दी खत्म करो, that's not good, because they are already demotivated, they are already
Yeah.
nervous,
Exactly.
and आपने उनको और ज्यादा वो कर दिया, demotivate. So the thing is, judges should have a nice attitude. Don't be personal to any project कि यार ये तो अच्छा नहीं है, ये ऐसा है. Your job is to evaluate the project, write the marks, and decide the winners. Don't be
Right.
personal to anyone कि यार ये क्या है, ये क्यों बना दिया है, इसका तो कोई implementation ही नहीं है. So these were the four things basically that अगर ये सब चीजें अच्छे से होती हैं, then the hacker experience will be really good and the hackathon will be personally good to me as a hacker.
Yeah,
So yeah.
exactly. या एग्जैक्टली, तो हमारा भी एम वही रहता है कि टू गिव आवर हैकर्स द बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस इन हैकाथॉन, एंड वी ट्राई आवर बेस्ट, एंड लास्ट टाइम वी गॉट अ गुड रिस्पॉन्स. तो हम लोग इस बार कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि टू मेक इट इवन बेटर फॉर आवर हैकर्स. नाउ
Correct.
आप आपका काफी एक्सपीरियंस रह चुका है इन मेंटरिंग हैकाथॉन्स, राइट? तो आई वांट टू नो कि आप जब एक मेंटरिंग सेशन के लिए जाते हैं किसी किसी हैकाथॉन में, आपका माइंडसेट क्या रहता है कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली आर यू लुकिंग फॉर इन अ प्रोजेक्ट एट द फर्स्ट ग्लांस?
What I'm looking for in the project in the first glance is अगर पहला round है, अगर the first round of mentoring, then the first thing that I look into the project is that how clear are they with their idea.
राइट.
Like idea है, सोचा हुआ है, बट तुम उसके साथ तुम कितना क्लियर हो. Like सोचा तो आपने surface, बट like for example आपने एक आइडिया सोचा एंड यू आर इन द हैकाथॉन, तो आप सरफेस लेवल पे सोच के ही नहीं बैठे रह सकते. यू हैव टू
हाँ,
थिंक अबाउट
बिल्कुल.
ऑल द बेसिक्स ऑफ द आइडिया कि लाइक आइडिया
बिल्कुल.
है, इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कैसे होगा, क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट होगी, जीटीएम क्या होगी, मैं इसको पिच कैसे करूंगा, कौन कौन से टीम मेंबर्स की स्किल सेट्स क्या हैं, कौन कौन से स्किल सेट्स इसमें लगेंगे, कितना परसेंटेज लगेगा, एंड दैट्स एंड सो ऑन. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज आई लुक एट कि भाई आइडिया कितना क्लियर है, लाइक हाउ क्लियर आर यू विद द आइडिया. अच्छा
राइट.
हो खराब हो इससे कोई मतलब नहीं है. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज आपका आइडिया है, आपको कितना कॉन्फिडेंस है, आप कितने क्लियर हो उस पर.
बिल्कुल.
So that's the first thing I look whenever I go for entering in the first round.
राइट. एंड आई एम श्योर आपको ओवर द इयर्स बहुत सारे अच्छे पिचेस मिले होंगे और खराब पिचेस भी मिले होंगे. तो
Mhm.
एक्चुअली we talked about the good pitches and one of the best pitches. मैं
Yeah.
एक्चुअली मैं ये भी जानना चाहता हूँ कि एक ऐसा कोई मतलब pitch which was, you know, in all due respect to all the participants in a hackathon, you know, which sounded very ridiculous to you.
Yes, there was one. I really doubt I should be sharing this song live or not,
I
but
mean, you don't have to take any names.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not taking any names, so I'm just okay. So the thing is, I guess, yeah, what that team did was they built nothing in the 24 hours, and they just had a basic HTML page ready with a YouTube video running in that page. That's it.
Okay.
And I won't tell their idea, like, but the thing was that the when I went for judging, I could only see a basic white HTML page with a small YouTube video running there, and I guess they were building a educational project or education project or something. So I guess that was way back. I won't tell the time, but it was way back. But I clearly remember but yeah, I didn't tell them anything. I didn't show my, like, as I said, don't be personal with any team. That हो
Exactly.
सकता है भाई कि like उन्होंने इस hackathon में अच्छा नहीं बनाया हो, but maybe they improve in next
Yeah,
hackathon and
exactly,
so on.
exactly.
But yeah, in terms of how ridiculous a pitch can be, so that was a perfect example because presentation भी नहीं उनकी तैयार थी, and they just had the page with the YouTube video running, and I don't know what they were thinking of doing. So yeah, that's that's the answer.
या राइट, क्योंकि पर्सनली स्पीकिंग मैंने भी काफी ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स देखे हैं which feel like which which seem a little less for, you know, 24 hours, so
Yeah,
which was even funny to me. तो
yeah,
whatever, किसी को डिमोटिवेट नहीं करना चाहिए on their face at
yes.
least. तो I just want to wish all the hackers who are going to come for AceHack 4.0 all the very best. And मैं आपसे भी जानना चाहूंगा कि what would be that, you know, one advice from your side for any participant to enjoy the hackathon to its fullest, कि अच्छा बिल्डिंग एक्सपीरियंस भी रहे, अच्छा फन टाइम भी हो, अच्छा नेटवर्क भी हो. तो what one piece of advice would you like to give to our hackers?
Okay. वन पीस ऑफ एडवाइस इज, मैं हर पर्सपेक्टिव से दूंगा, नॉट जस्ट फॉर फ्रॉम द वर्क पर्सपेक्टिव कि काम क्या
Yeah,
करना है,
definitely.
मैं काम और फन दोनों के पर्सपेक्टिव से दूंगा.
Yeah,
To be
exactly.
really honest, like I graduated last year in 2023, and I still remember the times where I was mentoring with my friends, or I was present as a hacker, or the hackathons which I used to organize. And to be honest, that was the best time of my college life. So remember just one thing: if you are at a hackathon, तुम उस हैकाथन को आगे याद रखने वाले हो व्हेन यू ग्रेजुएट. द थिंग इज, आई एम
Exactly.
नॉट डिमोटिवेटिंग क्लासेस और समथिंग, बट द थिंग इज, कॉलेज के बाद क्लासेस याद नहीं आती हैं, यही सब
हाँ
चीजें याद आती है.
हाँ,
ठीक है.
exactly, exactly.
सो द फर्स्ट थिंग इज, इफ यू आर देयर विद योर फ्रेंड्स, काम करना है, सब करना है, बट द थिंग इज हैव फन.
Hmm.
And all the hackathons, I guess all the hackathons, be it AceHacks or be it anyone, has many fun activities also.
Yeah,
Like last time I remember, there was a AR/VR setup, there were
yeah,
that dart playing game and so on. Everything was there. So enjoy yourself, make some memories, and like मैं सबको ये बोलता हूँ, if you are in college, do two things: make memories and make a damn good resume, because without one, another is useless, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Like
Very
लोग,
true.
like I'm not a huge fan of that saying. जैसे लोग, काफी लोगों को मैंने ये सुना है कहते हुए कि like यादें तो बहुत बनाई बट रेज्यूमे नहीं बनाया. You shouldn't be
हाँ,
doing that, to be honest. अगर आपके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी है तो you go to a hackathon, have fun, build memories, and ship a great project which can be included in your resume, through which you can get some opportunities.
right.
So that should be a mantra. You are in a hackathon, be calm. Don't be on that pressure कि यार मैंने अगर नहीं बनाया तो क्या होगा. अगर इस प्रेशर में रहोगे तो पक्का नहीं कुछ बना पाओगे, आई एम श्योर.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
टेक इट लाइट. सब कोई हेल्प करने के लिए, बी इट ऑर्गेनाइजर्स, बी इट मेंटर्स, डोंट बी शाय टू आस्क एनीथिंग. छोटे से छोटा डाउट हो, जस्ट गो टू देम एंड आस्क देम. मेंटर्स हैं ही वहां पे इसके लिए, आपकी हेल्प करने के लिए. डोंट बी शाय. कोई डाउट आ रहा है कोड में, छोटा सा छोटा डाउट है, HTML कोड में ही डाउट हो, कोई बात नहीं, जस्ट गो एंड आस्क देम. इट्स बेटर टू गेट इट रिजॉल्व एसएप, सो दैट आप प्रोजेक्ट के आगे वाले चीजों पे काम कर सको.
Exactly.
So, and so don't be shy. Don't be shy to ask for a problem. Like, don't be asked shy to say for a problem or ask for something. Ask, basically asking for help and so on. So yeah, that would be the in general mantra. I would say, build something amazing, build your resume, build some memories, and don't be afraid to ask for help. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you very much for that wonderful advice, and I'm sure हमारे hackers जो आने वाले हैं for AceHack 4.0 would put this into good use. And thank you so much, Mr. Tripathi, for joining with us today and sharing your wonderful insights on hackathons and Web3 in general. And it was wonderful having you. It was wonderful having you back then. It was wonderful having you back
Yeah.
right now. So
Yeah.
thank you for taking out the time.
Thank you so much, Biraj. Thank you so much, the AceHacks team, for inviting me. And I'm looking forward to an amazing AceHack 4.0 this year. Let's go.
Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for watching this episode of Hacker TV. We'll see you on the next episode. Until then, stay tuned, stay connected, and keep hacking. Bye.
Bye bye.